Hey, hello, Shadowhunters and Mundanes. I know that's cheesy, but when else am I going to say? Am I ever going to get to say that again? It fits. Okay, hi to the downloaders too. There you go. This is my video for Shadowhunters episode 6 of Men and Angels. These titles don't make sense to me, but anyway. Okay, you know how this goes if you've seen my other discussion videos for the show. Okay, I'm just gonna, go scene by scene, make some comments, good, mostly good, a little bit of, Okay, the episode starts off with the team, that's what I'm calling them, instead of calling them Jace, Izzy, Alec, Clary, Simon. And I'm just going to call them the team. So that you hear me say that, that's what I'm talking about. Brings Luke in to Max's home. I'm not going to call it a lair. It's his home. I call it a lair. He's not a supervillain. I call it a lair. Anyway. Then, Luke has a flash. No, he has a dream. He doesn't have a flashback. Those are later. And Jocelyn's telling, him that he needs to get the cup and Claire's the key to finding it and blah, blah, you need to unlock her. Shouldn't you just say unlock her memories? I know dreams are weird most of the time, at least for me, but, And then he wakes up and Luke's trying to tell Clary, what Jocelyn told him in the dream, and then Magnus starts, to gather scenes for the potion and, heals him as best he, can. Or put him to sleep, back to sleep probably, but anyway. And then we are back at the Institute, and Izzy and Maris don't like Maris. Didn't like her in the book either, but anyway. Talk about the Fae, and how they're probably gonna switch sides, because how Fae always want to be on the winning team and all that. Ooh, we're so shocked. The Fae are only after their own interests. Wait, look at the surprise. I wish it could be like more bubbly. If I had like a better camera and better lighting and a nice little sofa and some, light background music, I would be so much better. But I don't feel comfortable in the setup, so I'm just doing the best I can with what I have right now. And I hope you guys stick with me until I can make stuff better. Now back to the video. Okay, next scene is Clary and Simon. They talk. They hug. And she's all like, how can I have done, Luke? Because you're as a little so-and-so. Clary, sometimes you're just a little so-and-so. She should have always believed in Luke. Just saying. And then they're trying to decide who's going to go get the ingredients for said spell. Because Magnus thinks Claire should be there just in case Luke wakes up. Or not. You know how optimistic Magnus is. And then Jace arrives looking like shit. I'll just say it. Why he didn't use in a rat's on himself? Because he's stubborn? I don't know. He looked effed up. Trying to... Something about stashing Luke's car? Why? I don't know. Yeah, like mundane driving is different than Nephilim driving. Besides, we don't have flying motorcycles run by demon blood, but other than that, demon energy, I should say. Where's the blood? No? Energy, yeah. Okay. Oh, of course Jace wants to go and handle it himself because he knows a guy who knows a guy who, you know, has ingredients and all that stuff. I know a guy who knows a guy. You know, that sounds really legit, huh? And Simon wants to go too, of course, because he wants to help Clary and Luke. And Jace's like, oh, I don't need him. I can do it myself, you know. Jace says, but anyway. But then it all, you know, works out and they end up both going together anyway, which we all knew that was going to happen, but anyway. Oh, this part cracked me up. Magnus says he needs Alec. Jason's like, why do you need Alec? And then Magnus says he needs his virgin Shadowhunter energy. And Jace believes that. I don't think Jace wanted to question that, actually. That was funny. And it sounds like that explains so much. They give Simon the best one-liners. Well, Jace has some really good one-liners in the book. He's had a couple in the show, but more so in the book. But Jace is funny without meaning to be funny, because he's just kind of like dry, sarcastic kind of humor, but... Anyway, and then Jace says he can't ask out for help because he's still mad at him for, oh, I don't know, babysitting Clary and then she gets kidnapped, or, well, at least she got arrested, but it's like, you should have kept a better eye on her. I mean, that's all Jace asked you to do was to watch Clary and make sure nothing bad happened to her, and you had to answer the phone. Yeah. And then Magnus walks by Jace and he's like, trouble in paradise. I don't know if he thinks that Alec and Jace are a thing. They totally aren't. Anyway. Okay, then we're back. The next scene is at the Institute. And Izzy's, you know, mentioning how their mom's been, you know, extra witchy since she, you know, like usual. And Alec's like, oh, she's just been different since she got back from Idris. And Izzy's like, she seems like the same to me, which, you know. Excuse me. Mrs. Lightwood and Max come in. Max is a couple years too young, the actor. He's like 5 and Max supposed to be, what, 8, 9 years old? I think he was 8. And then he hugs both Izzy and Alec. Oh, that was so cute. So cute. Love Max. And then Max got in trouble at school for starting a fire. I don't know. Does he go to the Shadowhunter Academy or is he being tutored at the Institute? I don't remember exactly because I don't even know if they mentioned it. They may have. Probably did, but excuse me. Oh, then we flash to the next scene. It just calls Alec to come over to Magnus. And no, he didn't repeat what Magnus said he needed him for. He's like, yeah, Jace rewords Magnus's request. Yeah, there's no way in heck Jace is repeating what Magnus said. And then Alec's like, oh, I don't want to interfere in downloader business. Gee, let's see how long he sticks with that one. Magnus and Clary start mixing the potion. I love that line. It's like, before your boy toys get back, it's like, she's only interested in one of them. Just to be clear on that. And then when he goes out to, I don't know, he kept going out to the balcony. I guess that's where he was storing some stuff, I don't know, but he's like called Clary Biscuit. I'm like, did he do that in the book once? And where is Chairman Meow in church? Where are they? Especially Chairman Meow. Well, in church too, but anyway. Side topic. Okay, now we're going to the longest trip in the world. Simon and Jace going to get the ingredients for the potion to help Luke, and they're taking their own sweet time, walking really, really slowly, and arguing, fighting. You know, there's a lot more fighting in the show than there is the books. I mean, there, like I said last week, like there's so much freaking infighting, and there's like every show on that channel is like drama. Like they take regular drama and then they like give it caffeine times 10. There's already enough built-in drama, they don't need to add to it. But, you know, potato, you know, I still enjoy a lot of it, so you just ignore the parts that you don't. And then, you know, Simon and Jace are like arguing about stuff and how Jace would never say this. Oh my gosh. I know. It's TV Jace, not book Jace. About how, you know, saying Simon's like a little... No, first Simon started out saying that, like, Alec was like, you know, Jace's lapdog, and then we were arguing about how he doesn't know anything about him and Alec, and, well, Simon could say, well, you don't know nothing about me and Clary either, if you want to be technical. I mean, I love both Simon and Jace, so I'm not taking sides here. They were both just wrong. You know. And then Jace was... This reminds me of the line in Eclipse where Edward said, doesn't he own a shirt? Edward would never say that. But anyway, back to Jace. I'm saying like, oh, you know, so I'm saying, oh, I don't see her like that. Clary, you know, like, interested in her, and it's like, we're just best friends, and just like, oh yeah, that's all you're ever gonna be, when you're gonna realize that, like, just won't say that. He would just ignore Simon if he was annoyed. He wouldn't start a fight, or be a bully. It's not how Jace is. It's like, drama. And then, first person on the show to think of doing this, Jace tries to check Simon for bite marks. Wow, that took a long time for somebody to go, huh, wait, he got his enhancement ability, he's not a klutz anymore, and he was kidnapped by vampires. What could that mean? Thank you, Jace, for finally checking for that. Well, trying to check for that. Of course, Simon apologizes for, you know, fighting with Jace, and later Jace was about to apologize. He was, and Jace doesn't do that. You know how hard it was for him? He was about to, like, apologize, like, and Jace, I don't know, doesn't do that often, you know, with non-family. Alec comes to talk to Maris. She looks really upset. I'm thinking maybe she found out about something that happens, and that comes out in a later book. That made her upset. But it could be something else. They could have made something up for the show. I don't know. They actually have a nice talk. She actually acts like a mother instead of a drill sergeant. Or general or whatever. And Alec wants to help his mom. The little kiss butt. I mean, nothing you shouldn't want to help your mom, but he's a kiss butt. We all know that. So. Back to Max and Claire talking about art. Oh. And then they're talking about her memories or lack thereof. And what? Okay. I'm gonna have to edit that one. So Clary, her parents' story, or as I like to call it, the TV version of her parents' story, because some of it was kind of accurate, and then some of it was like, that's not what happened. Why? Yeah. Anyway, you get the gist of it anyway. And who told Magnus all this? I don't know. Let's just move on from that. Magnus is getting so buzzed at this point. I don't know what he's drinking, but it must be some good stuff. But he looked like he was getting like more upset than he actually would show outwardly anyway. And the reason why, like, Valentine was trying to kill all the downworlders because he was jealous because they had powers and he didn't, which is probably partly true because Valentine's an ick. Yeah. Oh, next scene, Izzy overhears the tail end of her parents' conversation about the arranged marriage they want for Alec. Ow, that didn't hurt, but it was just loud. That's completely pulled out of their tuchus. Didn't happen in the books at all. My prediction for this and why they're doing it, besides more drama, is that they kind of want, like, Alec and Magnus to have, like, secret, rendezvous and secret dates and all that stuff. They have to do that anyway. Probably gonna drag this out until episode 12 because we all know what episode 12's titled, y'all. We know it's titled. Can you believe we're halfway through the season already? Wow. That just went. Whew. Okay, let's see, where am I? Oh, then they thought the next scene is Mr. Lightwood giving Izzy a present from Idris, which is a cookbook. Yeah, she doesn't know why you gave that to her. It's part of Izzy's charm that she can't cook. One of many things. Love Izzy. And then the sweet moment between her and her dad is crushed because he said, "Oh, you and Alec have ruined the Lightwood name and blah blah blah. Who cares that they're out there risking their butts every freaking night to protect the mundanes and protect other Shadowhunters and protect non-Shadowhunters like, retired Shadowhunters or just other Nymplemen in particular." Kind of acting really angry. It's like, oh, you've shamed our name. Well, then you go on and do a better job then. I feel Izzy's had a hard last couple of weeks, and I just want to give her like the biggest hug. Seriously, excuse me. And then Izzy's like, oh, me and Alec and Jace will restore the name, and she's feeling all bad, and she's going, oh, I have to do something and all that. And it's like, Isabel, you do plenty, hon, you do plenty. Just ignore your parents and move far, far away when you're old enough. Which is soon for her. Oh, now we're back to Max's. I'm not calling it his lay, y'all. I'm just not. And he's Claire's like doesn't get why everybody like hates all downworld. She goes in every downworld she's met's been nice and kind, like Luke and Agnes and etc. And Max is like, well, the Claves were obsessed with, or, no, you know, the Claves all about, like, oh, they're obsessed with law. You have to go by the law no matter how stupid their laws are. And that's why, you know, basically what led to the uprising and all those Shadowhunter deaths and all that. And not to mention all the downworlders that got massacred by Valentine. But those downworlders couldn't have been massacred in Idris because isn't Idris warded against them, or is that just demons that they're warded against? Probably, maybe it was just demons, but I thought it was... No, downworlders have been fighted, yeah. Maybe. More flashbacks. You can see how thrilled I am. Almost done. What? Last page. Valentine gets the cup. In the flashback, obviously. Clary's upset that Jocelyn and Luke were in the circle. Obviously, your mom and Luke thought they were doing good. They didn't know Valentine was an evil person. Angel person. Ha! Because he's an angel and he's a person. Anyway. Yeah, just ignore my dorkiness, y'all. If I say y'all one more time, I'm gonna slap myself. You know I will. Then Magnus tells her that, you know, they helped stop Valentine and the Circle. Yeah. Claire, why don't you let Magnus finish the story and then comment? Light the bulb. Max and Claire talk about Jocelyn. And then in the flashback, Jocelyn runs away with the cup, and apparently Valentine can't outrun her. Go, Jocelyn. Oh, and nothing but the flashbacks that got me. Excuse me. Jocelyn wasn't in love with Luke back then. Luke was in love with her, but she was married to Valentine. She was in love with Valentine. She didn't fall in love with Luke until years and years later, like when the book series actually started. I mean, she loved him as a friend, but she wasn't in love with him, so I don't know why they act like they were having a pseudo affair back then when they weren't. The whole, like, you know, of course, like, Valentine trapped, it was not happening out in the woods, but in the flashback, they trapped Luke in with a bunch of werewolves in a, you know, because I'm going to let these werewolves kill you because I think you're sleeping with my wife and blah, blah, blah. Great parapetite, huh? And then Luke gets changed, and then Valentine tries to kill him, and just like, no, and throws this dagger into his shoulder. Not the best shot, but I guess you're just trying to distract him and not kill him. And then she jumps down like a super jumper. You think she was Jace? Oh, yeah, that's Jace's, you know, special ability. Well, one of them. Oh, actually, I have one more page up. Yeah, I have more stuff. Yeah. Okay, I'm halfway done. Hope this camera's still running, because otherwise I'll be like, Okay, then, let's see, let's move on. Max and Claire, yeah, I already talked about that. Alec and Izzy talk in the chain room. Alec acts like a brat and is mean to Isabel, when all she's ever done is loved him and protected him and defended him. Alec, you need a timeout. Yeah, the arranged marriage thing. You know that not gonna happen. Nope. Also restore the family name. Going. Even Cassie herself said, you know, that's something she would never do in the books, is have arranged marriage. It's like, yeah, heaven forbid these writers, producers of these shows, movies respect the author or the fandom instead of doing whatever they want. Okay, this is not going to turn into a complaining video, I promise. There's a little bit of, I'm not going to rant the entire video because that's not what I do. Okay. Then, Alex says screw the rules, and then I fainted when he said that. Oops. Because, like, did I just say that? Screw my parents, screw the rules, and he stomps out like a 5-year-old. And then we got more Jason and Simon fighting. Then there's a demon that goes after Jason and Simon. Kind of looks like a giant scorpion thing. And looks like Shadowhunters the video game. Like every time they kill a demon, it's like, pew. It's a video game effect. It can't be like black blood or whatever and guts going everywhere, because then they'd have to jack up the rating of the TV show, and they'd have to be on a different network. That's why they look like video games. Every time they like kill something, it's like fireworks. And then we go back to Max is trying to help Luke still. This is the longest potion ever because the guys aren't back yet. And then Max tells Clary to go get some ingredient or whatever, but then she never leaves. And then Alec comes in and Max is about to pass out and he falls into Alex's arms. If I didn't know better, I think he timed it that way. And then they finish the Jason and Simon get back, and you know, but before Mac's like, I need your strength. Okay, I think he just wanted to hold Alex's hand, actually. And then Clary finishes mixing the potion they give to Luke, and it works, of course, because Magnus doesn't make mistakes. Yeah, I said that with a straight face. He doesn't. Ever. And then Magnus collapses into Alex's arms. Aw. I love Magnus. Alec asks if he's okay, and he's like, yeah. Yeah. Well, not quite like that, but close enough. Now back in the Institute, Izzy and Maurice are fighting because Maurice is attacking Izzy again. And Isabel swears to protect her brother as she always has. Thank you. Maurice is being rhymes with a witch. Yes, I'm gonna repeat myself because I'm not gonna make up other words or leave stuff out. I'm just commenting on the episode as I see it. As a huge fan of the books too. Claire tries to talk to Alec and thank him, and of course Alec being Alec is he's being a butt. Big old butt. Alec and Jace make up way too freaking soon. Alec didn't even technically apologize or admit he was wrong. Well, he kind of did. Kind of. Alec calls Clary little girl one more time. Jace and Clary talk, and they're looking into each other's eyes, and he touches their face. They're about to kiss, finally. And then Simon comes in. Why? I've been waiting how many episodes for a Clay's kiss? And you do that to me. Why? Why? What did I ever do to you writers? What did I ever do? Okay. Moving on. For now. And, you know, Claire's trying to thank Jace, and it's like, Jace, just let her apologize, man. Just don't stop it. Stubborn mule, you. I'm always gonna have your back. Just let me have it. What? Okay. And then Claire goes. Simon comes in, you know, to tell Claire that Luke wakes up and wants to see her. And so she leaves, and Jace is about to apologize to Simon for, you know, the whole fight earlier and everything, which is so unlike Jace to actually, you know, admit that he's, you know, wrong. And then I don't get what this means. If any of y'all know what this means, yes, that was for me saying the words again. Simon puts money down on the couch and then left. I don't get what that means. I am lost. Which happens from time to time. Yeah, I don't know what that meant. And then we're back at the Institute, and Izzy's helping Max learn his runes on flashcards. I wonder if do they really use flashcards? They don't. I thought it was a cute scene. Izzy being a good big sister and all. Excuse me. And let's see, then we go on to... Oh. Maris apologizes to Isabel, and then they fight again. And Isabel's like, how does Alec, what you're doing to Alec, help her? Like, helping her out at all. Score again for Team Isabel. Or Team Izzy. She broke her Isabel. That last scene when she was dressed like her mom, or like her mom, I was like, that, I'm serious, that everybody out there that's watching, that was so sad. Izzy, just be you, hon. Do you. Maybe in a t-shirt and jeans, but do you. I mean, there's a happy medium between dressing like all skirt, you know, proper and prim, and dressed like you've been dressing. There's a happy medium. Find the happy medium. You know, she should be wearing her gear anyway. That's what Izzy wears most of the time. Unless she's, you know, going to a party or something. Back to the actual show and not fashion choices. I am actually almost really done this time. It's like, man, girl, you've been talking for 5 hours about this episode. Be quiet. I'm talking to myself now. I'm like scolding myself. Anyway, Luke thinks Magnus. Okay, I had it snafu with my with the camera, so if I repeat myself, I'm gonna edit this later, so you won't know I repeat myself. Unless I forget to edit that. I was saying about how, you know, I don't think Izzy should change unless she wants to change. That was so heartbreaking. Seeing her redo her hair and yeah, like when she was, you know, making herself look more like her mom and all that. That Isabel was so broken in that moment, and yeah, I know it's not real and it's fiction, but you know, I get attached to characters and real people too. But I'm just like really overly sensitive about a lot of things. So, not like, you know, I don't cry if a leaf falls off a tree. I'm not that bad. But yeah, I mean, would I like if she wore like t-shirt and jeans instead of what she wears? Yeah, I should think Izzy should wear gear, because that's what she wears mostly in the books. Yeah, Isabel should be herself. I'm sure that's what Jason, Clary, and Alec will say too. You know, in the coming weeks and all that. We love you, Isabel. Don't change, girl. Don't change. Let's hope the camera behaves itself for the rest of this video, because she just this and this and then. Okay, then we're back to Max's place. Luke thinks Magnus and Clary and Luke talk, and Luke's being vague. You have to unlock your memories. And she's like, but I can't. And then, and there's more flashbackies. Oh, rewriting history, yeah. Luke says it's his and Justin's fault for Valentine turning evil. No, it's not. Valentine's a power-hungry jerk, to put it lightly. He wanted power and he didn't like the Cleave's rules, and that's why he started injecting himself with demon blood and turned into an evil SOB. That is why. It had nothing to do with, very little to do with Jocelyn and Luke, if anything at all, which, anyway. More flashbacks, and what I like to call the section of the episode, the Kiss Valentine's Butt Parade. Yeah. Because that's what they did for the next couple of minutes. Just making sure it's still recording. Then, oh, Jocelyn stopped doing art when she had Clary, or left the circle, whatever. No, she didn't. That's how she makes a living. Then what's Jocelyn's current job? Running that whatever shop with Dot. I don't know why they decided to do it that way. Oh, Clary figures out where the cup is. Yay, Clary, for putting the pieces together. Thank you. This has been dragged. I know they're going to drag it out for the rest of the season. I know. There's just something I don't want, you know, knock on wood, if we get a season 2. There's certain something that we find out at the end of book 1, which I didn't fall for a second. But for other people watching the show, it's something, a plot twist that I don't want them to do on the show, but they probably will. Yeah. Anyway, then let's go on. Oh, Izzy sends a smoke message, or whatever you want to call it, you know, to Melior and a breakup line, like they weren't even dating. Anyway. Then we're back, later we're back at Max's and Alex's helping clean up, which is kind of cute. And Max's like, you know I have magic for that, right? How cool would it be to have magic? I mean, I want kids, so I could, well, yeah, you can adopt if you're a warlock, you know, but. So I mean, I would want to be a witch, because, you know, you have magical powers and all that. But I want a family, so, I don't know. Okay, then they have a drink together, and Magnus, like, puts some magic in it. I don't know if that was just for decoration or did it actually supposed to have an effect on Alec. I don't think Magnus would do it to that extent. Maybe just like a little nudge, but not like a huge nudge. Excuse me. Allergies and the medication's not helping too much right now. No. Anyway, enough about moi. And here we go with another almost kiss. Alec and Magnus are having a heart-to-heart. Magnus looks all like sad face and everything. It's sounded like he locked his heart up and he locked it away for a long time until he met Alec, and then he's like wants to open himself up again. It's almost there, and then his phone rings. Yeah. I'm not as upset about that one as the Clace one, as y'all can tell, but still, poor Magnus. And so I was like, Alex, like, what is with you being so cryptic? And Max like, I'm not being cryptic, I'm being coy. I love Magnus, you really do. Like, oh, I wanted to see you again. And then Alex like, why? Poor Alec, really. And he's like, well, you sure you can't stay for one more drink? And then, I didn't think they were going to let this out quite this early in the show. Luke tells Claire she has had a brother. Kind of surprised they did this in the show, but Clary figured out, that the Mortal Cup is in the tarot cards, but apparently when Luke was putting that stuff in, the storage at the precinct, he didn't realize the cards were in there. Arg. It's like Garfield, huh? Well, I do love lasagna. So, and I love cats. Oh, and then there's a random piece of paper on the bed. And I'm guessing Max's guest room, where Luke is. And she puts the box. Oh. I skipped a scene. Part with Luke and Claire were talking, and Claire brought out that box, that belonged to, she thinks belonged to her father, but it really belonged to her brother, and Claire using one for power she has one, but I'm not telling you, for those who haven't read the book, well, you shouldn't be watching this unless you've at least seen the episode, but accidentally puts a box into the piece of paper. I don't know why there was just a random piece of paper laying on the bed all of a sudden. Like her sketch pad was, I don't know. Let's see if that's everything. I don't want to leave anything out. Okay, that looks like everything I have for this discussion. Very long-winded. Up and down. Hopefully, I think I have more ups and down on that. Trying to be as positive as possible about this. Oh gosh, you guys saw the preview for the episode comes out on Tuesday? Yeah, I'm curious what the heck that means, because y'all know Jace isn't going anywhere. So, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Have a great week and a nice weekend. Till next time. Peace.